Welcome to Alicia's Lounge. Thanks for joining again. If you did not know, this is my lounge. Okay, it's giving very much travel and it's very on brand for what we're talking about this month. This month is Military Children Appreciation or Awareness Month. So I am a military child, and so I decided to interview people that are kind of like me in the same boat of growing up military. So that's what this series is all about. So make sure that you support the channel by liking the live. Shout out to Kiwan JTV, a reviewer. I have a special guest. I have a couple guests coming on tonight, and we are going to introduce them and we are going to get right into the topic. But if you are watching this now or if you are watching a replay, let me know if you can um do this little poll that I got going on. That's what I'm trying to do. And let me know if you are a military brat or if you're not a military brat. So let's get into the questions. I will have you introduce yourself, Rasha, and you can kind of just like say, first of all, how do you feel about the term military brat?
I think it's fun. I think I understand it because a lot of benefits that come with being a military brat.
Uh-huh.
Military, child, or a lot of people say, "Oh, well, this person they got good benefits and this and that, and they can travel and all kinds of stuff." So I get where they say that, So I don't feel no kind of way about it. I mean, like we do get the benefits and the travel, so.
I'm cracking up. Okay, so let everybody know. Oh, hold on. Thanks for stuff. Well, let everybody know. I guess what you're comfortable sharing. Like, are you? Well, first of all, like, what branch did your parents grow up in? And maybe you want to say like where you're from. I know it's a loaded question, but just kind of like the.
My father, he was in the Navy, and they were born in Philadelphia, and I was born in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Um, and he got stationed in Florida, so we moved to Florida.
Uh
My
huh.
story is kind of interesting because my mom is a trip and a half. So we were going to go to Japan.
Oh my god.
And at the time, because back in the day, because y'all know I'm old, so back in the day they had like this sharing house where like they had multiple families in one house,
Uh huh.
and we were getting ready to go to Japan, and my mom figured that out, and she was like, "I ain't going to Japan and share no house with nobody I don't know." So she made my dad buy her a house in Florida, and he traveled. So unfortunately, we didn't get to
Oh.
travel, but my dad did, and we had a lot of events and stuff on the base. But my mama said, "I'm not sharing no house with these strangers. My kids not being around, and you buy me a house, and you go ahead, take yourself on, and I'm be right here." So we stayed, and he traveled.
Oh, like the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were born in Philly. I like Philly. Shout out to Philly. Um, so your family's all in Philly, but then he got stationed in Florida.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So then when he went to Japan, did he like go other places after Japan?
Yes, he went to Japan, California, and there's some other places he went to, but I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't able to go. But he traveled and came back when he came back. But he was out, and I didn't get to see all the other countries.
Oh, that's so sad.
Right?
Yes, like, but your mom, like, but your mom's from Philly, but she was like she didn't want to travel nowhere.
She said she ain't going.
She's not going nowhere. But did you go and visit him in them other places?
No,
Oh my god.
none of that. We just did a lot of events on the base and stuff, and little
Mhm.
things they
So you got
had.
that perks. You got those perks like that.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
so sad.
Yeah, so sad. Hey, Kiwan.
Hello.
So okay. So you were on the base, but your family still lived in Philly, like because both of your parents are from Philly.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. My grandparents, my aunties, my cousins, they're all in Philadelphia. And just like my immediate family, like my sisters and my mom and dad are here.
Okay, I was like, are your parents still married?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they are. I need to
Mhm.
interview them.
Hello.
Hi, no problem. We're just introducing ourselves honestly. So she just introduced herself and said where she was born and kind of like what branch your parent is in and kind of where you was born. So that's all we're really doing right now. So
Okay.
you can introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Koji. I'm from New Orleans. Born and raised. My dad is former Army veteran. So yeah, grew up mostly civilian, but base adjacent, basically.
Okay, that's cool. So, but you were born in New Orleans.
Born and raised.
There's a base there.
There's like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I need to know.
There's one Army base, and they had about like 3. It was the same naval base, but it was they were in different parts of New Orleans, but basically all the same thing. But the naval bases are still open. The Army base is closed down.
Oh, your cousin said, "Hey."
My cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, and that's what I was like, because I was like, it's water, so I thought it was like more Navy.
Yeah,
Army.
They did have a like the one that I grew up like basically up the street from my house. It was a naval base.
Okay.
But we doctor's appointments, did everything on there, but we did not stay on the base necessarily. Just we lived with about time. I think I was maybe about like 5 or 6. My dad wound up retiring out of the military, so my sister got to see the world and travel with my dad and be stationed all the different places. By the time I came along, he was tired, so he gave it up.
This is great. I love this different experiences. So y'all are my second batch of military kids. My first batch, like, they did a lot of moving. One person actually didn't move, but they did a lot of moving. We were like talking about that, like I moved and stuff like that. But you all kind of like stayed in the same spot too. So I think that's also interesting too. And you'll get into we'll get into it because with the questions that I have, I'm really doing this to kind of give a voice to military children and also look at like how they think about community and how they think about like friendship and how they navigate it. But you all will have a different experience because you all didn't really move around. Y'all got like the kind of best of both worlds because y'all got the perks, but then y'all also like kind of, if your family is there, you kind of still was raised around your family, are like the same people with the community if they stay there though. So that's cool. So yeah, thank y'all for introducing yourself. If it's your first time here with me, my dad is retired Army. I'm the youngest, so I kind of didn't get to see everything. Like my family went to Germany and stuff like that. I didn't see everything, but I actually have been to Tokyo's airport because my dad stationed in Korea. So my first time out the country was in Korea. I went in middle and that's kind of when I was introduced to like traveling abroad and stuff like that. My dad was just in he was in the military for like 30 years. They over the weekend we just celebrated like retirement, my mom retirement. She worked for the government, stuff like that. And it was just interesting because we got to see like all different people from like all over the country basically like one space. And just like for friendship and family, they were like over our house and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool, but it's like also like, well, dang, like we don't live by none of these people. So it's like we don't even get to really build those bonds and relationships. So you only see them, like you have to put an effort to see them. Like they plan these things, they gotta go to these people's houses, they gotta drive, and everybody was driving. Like people were really driving because nobody want to deal with the airport nowadays.
Right.
So, I just think that that's very interesting. So that's just kind of like a background of kind of me. So yeah. So my first question is, I want to know, do y'all have childhood friends?
There was this one girl. We was in a high school at the time, and she was also military. But I think her dad was Navy too, and we were friends in high school, and that was just short lived because after she graduated, she moved. Her dad got stationed to Virginia, and we kept in touch for a couple of years after that, just like writing back and forth. but it kind of dwindled off. So I don't have like any like childhood friends still, because everybody moved and it's hard to keep in contact when like they're all over the place and you get older, and you know, people change as they get older. And you know, this one of my other friends, she was a high school friend too. She was in the military, and you know, it's like when you get older, you kind of change, but then you kind of know the characteristics and the personality of the other person, and if they're not really changing, equaling up to your kind of speed, you kind of let them go, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So like I mean, I don't. It's just it's complicated because like everybody get older, they grow different, personalities change, and they move, and it's hard to keep in contact, you know. So I don't have any like still friends that I'm with from military.
Yeah.
I wish
What
I did. That'd be fun.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have childhood friends?
I used to have a friend named Corinne,
Mm-hmm.
and I only remember her because our dad was both in the army. So, you know, we bonded over that. But as time, you know, in space, in distance, you know, you kind of just fall out of contact with people. And I haven't seen her in forever, but she was one of my really good friends that, you know, we had something in common. Our dads hung out. We could play together. We had the common thing of like, oh, I have to go over here and go to the doctor instead of going to the doctor with the regular people and stuff. So we just had things that we had in common. And like, even as a kid, like I wanted to be an astronaut. So I was in the aerospace program and on the military base and stuff. Like we did all of that together. And, you know, we just kind of grew apart. I haven't seen, Corinne, if you're watching.
That's what everybody's saying.
Hi. But she was a really fun girl to be around growing up. I do remember her. I don't remember her last name, but I remember her first name. And yeah, she was one of my really good friends. But, you know, I think her family wound up moving away and we just lost contact with each other. I don't know why, but, you know.
Oh, that's so cool. I was going to ask you if they moved away too. And baby, let me tell you, that TRICARE, baby, I missed that TRICARE. I needed to DIE.
Can I tell y'all something?
What?
When I got with my now husband, for now,
so weak.
When we first got together, like I had my daughter, but I was still in college. You know, as long as you go to college, you or before turning 26, you know, you can get your parents' VA benefits. So I made sure that my fiance proposed. He proposed to me, and I had my fiance. Everybody was rushing us to get married, and that was the reason I did not get married before the age of 26 because I wanted to keep my insurance.
Period.
Okay.
Man.
I used that to the day, and I was like, dang, I was turning 25 or something. I was like, I need to find a job with insurance because I need insurance. So yeah, I used it all through college, and I was even thinking about that, like where I lived during tax season, you could go get your taxes done for free. Like that was a great benefit.
I never knew that.
Oh yeah, I would get I'm like, what's this? I'm like, you got to pay for taxes? Like, I'm so like, huh? You got to pay for taxes? I was getting my taxes done for free. Like, I don't understand why we paying for our taxes, but now the service went away. But yeah, and I was just like, y'all know my first job. My first job was on post, but like my first job, I was a bagger at the commissary, and then I became a cashier. Like, yeah, and I was working, and then you be hearing all these minimum wage jobs. They talking about I get paid $7, $8. Baby, I was making bank at the commissary. I was making like 12, 13. I said, baby, I don't know, like $12. Yeah, when I first started,
even as just a regular
cashier
job.
What?
Yeah, I was making I feel like it was my 10, maybe like 10 or 11, but it was way more than what they was making out there at the
Yeah.
And they closed at 8 o'clock. Y'all working till 10 o'clock. No, thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So they had like a student program or something like that. Oh, baby, I hopped on those benefits. Shout out. So yeah, so that's like funny about that too, because I'm like, baby, I'm using everything, energy. I'm using all of what the resources are. So that's really cool.
I know I did. I maxed out my resources, and was like, we're kicking you off.
Okay. I was going to go get my ID card, baby. I was up in there. Okay.
Look, military discounts. I was the person. Do y'all take military ID?
Right.
Discounts at the movies, at Ross, one of my favorite stores. On Tuesdays, we got a military. Yeah, military discount on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
What else? It's a lot of benefits.
In restaurants, my dad be laughing at me. He be like, "You still be asking?" I sure do.
Did y'all receive the like housing little stipend you would get while you was in school?
I did. I love that stipend. You know what? I don't. Yes, I got a stipend, and my friends were so mad at me. Now that's why I was like, I had way more money when I was in college because I was an RA. I was an RA, so I didn't have to pay for housing. So I was I was shopping every month, child. Yeah, I was shopping all the time. I was telling my dad that I had no money, but then somehow, like my receipt, like I went to bank. My thing, baby had so much money up in there. He was like, "Oh, you got money, you got money." I said, "Dang it, child!" I tried to snatch all that money. My last 2 years, I was an RA, and I got a stipend, like a meal plan. So I was just milking that money. I was traveling and everything. I said, "Baby, let me go to college."
It was a lit time in college. That was my favorite time of my life. Like,
okay,
wow,
decisions, yeah. So I definitely was using all the resources. So I mean those are some of the pros too. But then like the cons is like, well, dang, I don't have any childhood friends from like elementary to middle school too. Like I have one girl who I stayed with from middle school, but even high school and when y'all were talking about that, I was like, because social media was not that big and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking about like making journals or something like that for kids that are like kind of in that era.
That's beautiful.
Don't many places on social media, but it's like if we had their names, like if we had their phone numbers, I actually kind of created something too. So I'm thinking about it, like partnering with like MWR. Like I think I want to work with them or something like that because I know all of it. But I'm like, I want to give like these kids need journals, like so they can remember because they're not on social media and stuff like that. But it's like if I would have remembered, because I remember a couple people, but they're like, dang, like I moved and we didn't have social media before. So I was like, I think journals would be cool to do. Me and my dad I'm trying to do it. So anybody here that got some money, we're trying to go to like all the bases. Like I feel like we're going to try to document like going to all the bases to kind of just see and kind of show that. I don't feel like nobody's done that. So
that's thoughtful.
We're trying to do something like that and to kind of like make it bigger, to like give voice to military children. Cause we have like so many different things but it's like really no space for us to navigate, especially like when I'm like, oh, all my friends, they're hanging out with their childhood friends or like who they went to high school with. And you like got college friends too, but like you move away again from college and stuff like that. But it's like they still have those middle school or like elementary school friends. And it's like, I don't have that. So I feel like navigating that in the space of time, like where I'm at right now, I feel like it's kind of hard with friendship and everything like that. So that's kind of why I wanted to even talk about this. Like, how do we build our own communities and how I used to live in Atlanta. Now I'm back in Kentucky. I'm about to move again. But it's like, how do I still navigate communities and try to build friendships when like people really don't care about friendships? And I think I care more deeply about friendships because of my experience. But everybody else doesn't care about that. Are they around their family? You know, like they're raised by their family. Into that. And even where I'm from, none of my family is there. Like all my family has moved away. So yeah, it's just like a different kind of perspective. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm from Iowa and none of my family like lives there anymore. Like everybody, moved or passed away, sadly. Like they don't move home. So that's kind of that experience. But are y'all cool with y'all family? Or do y'all talk to y'all family? Or
I mean, for other reasons, i.e. Katrina, you know, it dispersed my family different places or whatever. But overall, I keep in contact with people as much, I feel like, as they keep in contact with me. I'm guilty of letting life kind of get in the way. And sometimes I wake up and realize like, dang, I haven't talked to such and such in this long. So I'll try to reach out and everything like that. But I am I'm a recluse person. Like I am the person that's just like, you know, it's not that I'm not friendly. I'm just overly shy and introverted. So, you know, even if I want to reach out to you, I'm just waiting on you to reach out to me. And distance and time and space, unfortunately, might get away. But that's one of my goals for this year is to be better in like showing up in my friendships and also like family and stuff, because I honestly let life get in the way. Like I'm always at work, my kids, you know, trying to start a business and stuff. So things just kind of get out the way. And before you know it, you look up and it's like, dang, it's a cold month didn't pass or so. I need to call such and such. So I'm getting better though. I am.
Did you move out of New Orleans when Katrina happened?
We stayed during the storm. We did leave after everything happened and stuff. So I'm one of those traumatized individuals that seen all of the bad, icky stuff that happened during that time frame.
Yeah, and then you moved back.
For a little bit. I moved back, but it honestly just wasn't the same. Like that family aspect, and people just were different. And after Katrina, we moved into like a little smaller town in Louisiana. So it kind of slowed me down, and the city was, fast speed. So I was like a deer in headlights when I moved back out there, and I kind of like, I had anxiety attack and everything. I had to move back by my mom back in the country. It just was a lot. Like I needed my foundation. Yeah, I was too far from the people that really loved me and stuff, and I was losing myself. I was, hanging out with the wrong crowds and all of that. Life lessons, but I still had my grandmother, like some of my uncles and stuff lived out there, but it wasn't the same like having your mom. So, my dad was out there, but unfortunately, my dad was kind of a drill sergeant growing up and stuff. He just
we'll get into that. Okay.
Kind of hard to be around sometimes, and I wanted to do what I wanted. So we bumped heads a lot. I'm the baby girl, and he wasn't ready to let me go, and I wanted to be let go. So
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask, how do you feel about the term military brat?
I gave brat. I was the one throwing my status around and stuff. I felt like that was some privilege for me. So anytime I got a chance to throw it at you, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I was in ROTC and everything in high school, and I would be like, my dad's in the Army. I don't need this. Like,
right.
I had nothing to do with anything, but I'm gonna bring it up. But I wasn't brat. Like, I knew my privilege a little bit, and it just was like, I don't have to be here, y'all.
Right.
I am cracking up. That's so funny. Rasha, are you close with your family? I know your family lives like in a different state. Did you go back to visit her?
We go back to visit as much as we can. But it's like we not as close as we would be if we were there.
Mm-hmm. Where are you from? I'm sorry.
Philadelphia.
Okay, cool.
And like my immediate family, my mom, dad, and my sisters are here. And then my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins is up in Philadelphia. And I'm not as close to them as I would like to be. And just like you, I'm introverted. I can be by myself. I'm fine if I don't say nothing to nobody. But I would like to get closer to them. And we do acknowledge each other and cousins and stuff like that. But it's not, we're not close to where we call each other every day or every month. It can go years.
Yeah.
Did your family reach out to you when they seen you on TV though?
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, what's the wait a minute. I said, I peeped that. I'm like, wait a minute now, like we're not playing them games. We're not playing them games. But yeah, I peeped that. But no,
yeah, I was wondering. She was on reality TV.
That same energy.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just
with me.
What show are you on? I want to check it out.
It's on TLC. It's called Virgins.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On TLC.
I reviewed it, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Yeah, it's I wasn't too keen on the name, but that's not my choice. But it's what it is. But it was a good time.
Yes, that is so funny. Y'all know who else? Y'all know who is a military brat? Left Eye.
Really?
R.I.P. Left Eye. Yep. I be doing a little research. Well, actually, I was doing research. And then I looked it up, and she was saying her dad was in the military because she was saying that he was like a drill sergeant. So it made me think about it when you said that. Yeah, she's and RIP. I'm really trying to maybe possibly interview her siblings. We'll see if I can get that far.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I think Chili might be a military brat, but I'm not necessarily for sure. But she was raised in Columbus, Georgia, and I know that there's a military.
That's military, yeah.
Yeah.
Territory.
So yeah, and Kev on Stage, I talk about him now. He's a military child too. But yeah, so I kind of look at like different celebrities and kind of see like J. Cole, Martin, Tia, and Tamara. They were all born in Germany.
What?
I know Tia and Tamara were.
And then
Yeah.
and then the lady, well, she wrote the book The Push, which was later called Precious.
Yeah, I read that book.
Sapphire, she's a military child too. She was born in
Oh,
California.
cool.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh.
who was like, and there's some white people too, but we don't really know them. But yeah. Yeah, I was like looking when I was doing it, when I knew I wanted to do a series, I was trying to look to see there's some other people that are military, but I just think it's like, oh, and Sierra is one. See, I think Sierra is one too. With Sierra and Wiz Khalifa, I just don't know where they're from or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they are, they're military children. And so that's what I was looking when I was doing my research.
Cool.
But yeah, that's so cool. And I was talking about that too, because I feel like being a military child, it's kind of, you're stuck in a hard place with family and friends, because it's like I did grow up going back to my family, and I lived around my family for a little bit, but that's like when my adolescent years. But like now that I'm grown, all my family lives everywhere. We really don't talk, we really don't chat, and it's like, okay, I can't reach out to y'all, but like y'all also can reach out to me. And I really like, I have a thing about that. Like I feel like I reach out to everybody, like friends, people, and it's just like I keep on reaching out to people, but nobody's reaching out to me. So then it puts me like in a hard place. Like, okay, well, you can reach out to me too. Like they say, phones work both ways, and so I think that's kind of really hard navigating that. And so since y'all didn't move, y'all might not feel like this. But so I'm gonna have to ask a different question, because I usually ask like if you had to reinvent yourself, or like do you feel like you belong anywhere? But I feel like since y'all were like, stationed in certain places, I wanted to know, like, do y'all feel like the military, like Brad, do y'all feel like it shaped your personality, or do you feel like it was kind of other things? Because y'all are both saying like y'all are introverted, y'all say to yourselves, and I think I'm very opposite. But like I think I talk, and I'm more, but I moved around more times. I had to talk to people and stuff like that. I wasn't like staying in the same spot like I was. So I was just like, do y'all think that shaped it, or do you think like that would have been y'all in general?
I mean, I feel like it shaped me and helped me to become like, I've always been a person that in the leadership position or something like that. Like my dad always pushed for that. Gotta be in the front, stand up, eyes open, shoulders back. You had to be strong. And I feel like I really have like a very strong personality. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have to sit in the back and, feel the energy in the room, because I can really come off very like, so.
Oh, me too. I feel like
I get that from my dad though. Like as introverted as I am, when I do open my mouth, like it's I want to control everything. And so, I'm the person that's going to get up and I'm gonna take control of the situation per se. But I feel like my dad, how he raised us and stuff, it just, and me being a middle child also, I had to stand out some way. So in order to do that, trying to stand out in the best ways and not act out and all of the things. Because my sister was the, rambunctious one. My brother, he's kind of shy and laid back, but I had to do something to put the energy and focus on me. So how to do that? I'm gonna get up and take control. Like I'm the dependable kid, if that makes sense. So,
Are you the youngest?
That's how it shaped me,
Yeah.
Okay. Are you the youngest, Rasha?
I am the youngest. I feel that either way, I think my personality would be this for some reason. Because I'm just like the funny one. Like I'm the funny, quiet one. That's always creative, but I like to still like just observe. And I think it's because I have like two older sisters, and my older sister, she is like the whimsical forest one. And my middle sister, she's just like the troublesome one. And I was just observing them going through life and stuff like that. And, my dad being the disciplinary that he was, like we all got in trouble. Like line it up, get them whippings. Like I'm just like, yeah. But but like that's how it was. And from there I think I just like, I mean, it could have kind of like molded me, but yeah, I'm just an observer. And I think like being in the military probably like amplified it.
My dad is definitely an observer, and I'm an observer too. I'll be like looking whatever, but I do think I have like a strong personality. And my friends are like, "Oh, you act just like your dad," and like it's just kind of like it's in me. That's kind of how I. Did you feel like you wanted a brother growing up, or do you like having all sisters?
I like having all sisters. I never really thought about having a brother because I mean, I just never experienced that, so I don't know how to feel. But I like having sisters. I'm good with having sisters.
I'm cracking up. I have all brothers, so that's why I was asking.
Really? Oh wow!
I'm in the between.
Wow.
My mom, it's my older sister and my younger brother with my mom, but all together my dad had 6. So my older siblings are girl, boy, boy, then my sister, me, and then my baby brother. So I got it's 3 and 3. So it's a good balance.
Who do you like the most, girls or boys?
Growing up, my sisters and I were like this. But as time goes on, I relate more to my brothers. Like I don't know, but like my brothers, they call and check on me. Like they protective of me, and I love that for me, But my baby brother, he acts like my dad. He wants to be my daddy so bad, but we did not get along at all growing up. Like my brother and I were putting holes in the walls, fighting.
Wow.
Like it was very toxic. But that's my best friend now.
Wow.
That's my best friend. Like I call my brother for everything. I call my oldest brother. He's an Army veteran too. But my oldest brother, call him for everything also. And it's just like, I think because me and my dad are kind of strained, I kind of lean on my brothers for that, fatherly role. So it makes me lean towards them. But my oldest sister and I, we don't talk that much, but mind you, my oldest sister is like in her 50s. So, but I relate to my brothers a little bit more.
What age range are you in?
Who, me? I'm 35. Okay. My dad was young and out here.
Your brother?
My dad was in the New Orleans streets, okay?
How old is your younger brother?
My youngest brother is 31.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. He's in New Orleans?
He lives in Lafayette.
Okay.
Louisiana. Yeah, it's like 2 hours from New Orleans. So yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, my brother, I love my little brother. My brother is my little baby that I thought was never listening, and he's grown up to be a very great guy. And I think that's why I love him so much, because he's a great product of one of his moms, which is me, and his real mama, which is my mama. But he was always with me, so I always say that I raised him. But he's a really good guy, and I think that's why we gravitate towards each other now, because it's just like, you turned out all right. Yeah, he's a very respectful guy. His girlfriend, she is a great girl, and she's so lucky to have my brother, and he's lucky to have her. They're a really good balance. So, shout out to Green Lewis.
That is so funny. Do you have any like nieces or nephews, Rasha?
Yes, I have. I have a niece. She's here in Jacksonville, and then I have 2 or 3 nieces and 1 nephew in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so your sister moved to Philly?
Well, my daddy. You know what I'm saying? He was acting up, you know what I'm saying? So they got some half sisters, and they got kids.
Okay, we're gonna leave
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Rolling Stone.
Make no damn sense. Okay. That sounds great.
Acting up.
Yes, so interesting. They be talking about military men too, talking about that.
You know what I'm saying? They something else.
Some story,
right? Yeah, dog.
Would y'all ever date
reputation
or no?
Jesus.
Would I ever date a military guy?
Would you
I
ever?
dated a Marine.
I
Oh.
would date. I see. In the way my head work right now. If I'm not okay, how I'm gonna word this? The way my head's working now is different from when I was younger. As a grown woman, my whole thing is stability. If he got benefits and if he, you know, staying stable, you know, I'll talk to him. But in the back of my head, I already know he probably gonna act up out there. We're gonna have a whole bunch of ground rules. Be like, listen, I ain't trying to see nothing. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Don't bring me no disease and no kids. But give me that benefits. Give me that money. You know what I'm saying? And leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
On that TRICARE, I can stand on that TRICARE. I can see the world.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me nothing. Don't bring me no nothing like that. Just let me. And hey, but I'd rather be single though. I'd rather be single and by myself than deal with a man right now in this moment in my life. But if I wanted a man, that would be how I'd be setting up.
I would just be like, best. I would be like, may the best person win. You want to play?
Yeah.
You dated
Give me money.
Yeah.
And that didn't go too well.
It wasn't fun.
I honestly don't
the
know.
The benefits wasn't worth it. I'll say that.
Yeah, like right now, I'm cool. I'm cool with, you know, I ain't messing with nobody right now. I can't.
Yeah, I don't even know what Marines do, but
yeah,
there. Okay, next question. Next question. Okay. Do you all feel like you all are more independent because of your upbringing? Are you more guarded? Or
I'm very independent. I'm hyper independent.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I have problems receiving help from my own husband. And that shouldn't be like that. But I am a very independent woman. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is I'm overly prepared for anything.
Period.
Bad thing is I have to literally learn how to receive help. And I'm just not the most vulnerable person. And I should learn how to be. But yeah, and that comes from my mom, not more so necessarily my dad. Like my mom, she met my dad when my mom and my dad got married before she was even out of high school. The day after my mom's senior prom, she was married to my dad.
What?
She graduated from high school, and about a couple weeks later, her and my dad was going off to Germany. So she very fast, and you know, she depended on my dad and everything like that. And you know, one day the situation didn't work for them too, and she found herself like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? So she instilled in me and my sister, like, don't be too dependent upon a guy. You know, always have your own things and stuff, because I made a mistake in not doing that. And because of her own trauma, you know, she experienced, she kind of laid it real heavy on my sister and I. And my sister is literally like one of the strongest people I know. And I don't know, sometimes that's a good thing. All the time. It's good for her to be like that, but sometimes she doesn't realize, like, you know, her independence can kind of, you know, stifle other things in your life. So it's just like, you know, you got to find a balance. And I think me in the middle of it, I'm recognizing, like, you know, certain patterns and stuff like that. And I'm trying to like course correct. So, you know.
Was your mom and dad at least together, married for 10 years?
They were married for like, before they separated, my parents had just celebrated, I want to say, like their 25th anniversary. They were married a very long time.
5 years. Wow. So she got that check, hopefully.
Oh, she's still, they're on paper, they're still married. They just separated.
Okay.
And she'll say all the time, he can go, long as the benefits stay, he could go ahead. So she'll collect really good if, God forbid, if something was to happen to him. She said,
they're still married on paper.
They're still married, yes. She's gonna go do the hard thing.
Yep.
And actually, you know, release her. So she's like, okay, I'll just wait.
Okay. Like, they know it's cheaper to keep her. Might as well, you know what I'm saying?
But my parents are still married. My sister is what? My sister is 42. So they've been married for about 43 or 44 years now.
Wow. Oh my gosh, crazy. I would
Yeah.
say I would love to interview them, but now I know they're separated, so maybe not.
Yeah, you don't want to interview Jackie. Jackie is a loose cannon now.
But I'm thinking, so after this series, I'm thinking about doing like a love and military, like a love and military segment.
That's a good idea.
Yes, but I have to find couples to interview them to
Yeah.
like how they navigate.
And
being-
at different levels of love, if that makes sense, like a newlywed or somebody new at it, because maybe they could feed off of each other, and the older couple could probably give advice to the younger couple of how to like maneuver through long distance and hardships, mental illness, whatever comes along with being in the military, because it's a lot of factors that do wind up in divorce and stuff. So
yeah, I have to think about that one, because that wasn't the lane, but I do kind of see where that part is. Yeah, that's very cool. What about you? I already forgot the question to ask. Oh, independence. What do you think, Rasha? Are you more independent? Are you more guarded?
I think I am more, a little bit of both, but more guarded. And I think I got that from my mom as well, because, she went through a lot, with my dad in the military and all that stuff. And it wasn't, to a couple instances that were kind of bad. So I feel like I'm guarded more than I am independent, but I'm still independent. So it's a mixture of both. Like, I'm just a whole mess. But I think also it's because I have good intuition as well, and like I'm an observer, so it's a whole bunch of stuff that go into with it. But I'm independent, but still just be watching out,
Yeah, and I think it's honestly sad. Like, we can like kind of joke about it and like laugh about it, but honestly, like, it's really sad. Like, if I bring it down, like, you supposed to be protecting the country and protecting your kids and everything like that, and you over here doing your woman dirty while she's basically being a single mother, and you got freedom to do whatever you want to do. Really break it down. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, you risking it, like you supposed to be fighting for the country, and you over here risking it for all this and that. Like, it's really sad, and I really just hate that. And it's all over. Like, I really hate that women have to endure this, and then even like having to live with that and like try to have those things, because women sometimes really don't lead. So it's like you're battling. Okay, he's providing, I'm trying to take care of these kids, but he's doing this and he's doing that, and you try to be worried about him, but you worried about your job, or you worried about your kids, and he out there worried about getting somebody else's number.
Yeah. And half of these women, they have degrees and stuff, and they sacrifice that stuff just to have kids for these dudes. And they doing, and then when stuff hit the fan and they got to separate, and then like, okay, I'm saying, this job that I had, this career that I had, I gave up for you, and you sit. That's a whole. Let me tell you something.
That's
a whole nother.
It's just so sad. Like, when you like, it's truly so sad how women are just like so discarded and taken, I would say, for granted, are taken advantage of. And it's like, what? Like, literally out here, like, I'm a single mother and I'm taking care of your kids, and you trying to cheat on me? Oh, like, bet. But so many women, I don't know what it is, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But it's just like, no, we need to figure out something, because that ain't gonna work for me.
Not at all.
And I think too, that's where some of that culture, I know everybody joke now of like the work husband, work wife. I think a lot of that culture comes from like military life and stuff like that, because people do go off with other people, and you may be, stationed to go this place, and you have to leave your, like you said, wife and kids here, but instead of you doing what you're supposed to do, you're over here gallivanting with little Lieutenant Sasha, and
back there trying to get to the daycare, to the doctor,
literally trying to survive, because being a married
mother,
single woman or mom, I don't think people understand that. Is like, my husband is a truck driver, so I understand that reality. And it is a group of women that they are married, full relationships and everything, but because their husbands work away, you're made to feel like the single mom. So you're doing PTA by yourself, drop-offs, school, getting kids together. Some people still work full time, It's a real thing. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah, literally slap in the face. I would not be working. But that's why I said, like, because growing up, we're talking about the independent art garden, I was like, no, like, I love my dad. I am a daddy's girl. And so, like, he made it, like, his point to, like, talk to us and, like, call and stuff like that. But I was like, if I get married, well, when I was younger, I was like, when I get married, child, because but I was like, I don't want to marry a doctor, because even watching like the game, it's like you marry doctors, and I guess I'm thinking of like ER, because I really didn't know like the doctors, like I guess like family care or whatever, but like marrying doctors, they can get called anytime, they can miss like that, and it's like, well, dang, like I had to miss my dad, like missing Christmases, missing like events or whatever, but like when I was in high school, he was there because he was retiring, but like I had a whole bunch of stuff. Like in middle school, I played volleyball and stuff like that. Like he wasn't able to make any of that stuff because he was in Korea and in the war and stuff like that. So I was like, well, with my kids, like I want to be able to make memories, go places. So I was like, I'd rather my man have just like you can be an entrepreneur, but like you come home like every night, like a 9 to 5, and it's just like it's fearful and it's scary. And even thinking about like even as a kid, like my dad was at war. Yeah, he wasn't fighting, but I didn't know that. But like even like, oh my gosh, like you see all these things about like people's parents die in the war. Like we're not going to be.
That would give anybody anxiety, I think, especially a kid.
Yeah, but we weren't even talking about anxiety and mental health and stuff like that in that age, like in that
right,
age.
yeah.
There, so it's like, yeah, I'm thinking about my dad's over there in Iraq. Like my teacher was nice about it, but I didn't really say anything. But it's like, who are you even talking to that about? Because the people that I went to school with. So when I went to school when I was younger, I didn't go into the military base, but I was at Jason. I didn't go to the doctor, but like I would go on post, like because my mom worked on post too. So like,
yeah,
go to like family day things or like take your child to work. I love those. I don't know, but it's like where I'm at, people like, oh, your dad's in the military, like they don't know what that is. They see their parents every day, so they're not going to understand that. But when I'm like, oh, since I'm like, yeah, my dad is in Iraq right now, like, oh yeah, like he's fighting a war like Afghanistan, like you don't even know what that is about. But then seeing where it's like parents are dying, people are like, it's a real thing. And so I think like with me, I'm like, my love language is like quality time. Like I love spending time with people, and I think that's just because like I cherish spending time with people.
Yeah.
I don't really get to spend that much time with people. And I think it's so sad, like going into the like friendship and stuff like that. Like a lot of people are not quality time. People are like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like a love language, but like I'm a quality time person because like I know you only get so much time with people. And when I try to express that, people don't understand. But I'm like, no, I like quality time because I like to spend time with you. I like gifts are okay or whatever, but like this, but it's like, no, I want to be around people, but it's because I don't be around people that much versus if you lived with your family or something like that, like you're around so much more. Like I'm only around my family like last week and like once a year or like every 2 years or whatever. So I feel like it's a different perspective for me where people, they're growing up with their family, they see their family all the time.
Yeah,
kind of makes me like think differently because I'm like, I don't get to see my family all the time.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's hard for people to understand because that's not their
reality. Yeah,
that's the word.
Yep.
Do you feel like you had a safe space? Did you have somebody to talk to about that when you were a kid, like your dad being in Iraq or whatever, Iran?
No, yeah, I think it was in Iraq. No, it was actually like my freshman year of high school. I remember because like I had to move down here and stuff like that. He came back like 3 months or something like that. I don't remember. I remember he was like in there like a year because my mom actually came down to Kentucky earlier and I had to live with a friend. So that was definitely different. So I don't know if I even talked to my dad that much in that time. I think he was in Korea. Then he went to Iraq. But no, I don't really think nobody was like, oh, how are you doing? Like, are you okay? Like nobody was asking that, and neither was my mom. But I don't know how she was thinking, or she like it was just like, oh, I email him. When he was in Korea, I talked to him more because you can call. But it was like I would talk to him at nighttime or morning time. When he was in Iraq, I didn't really talk to him. I think we like emailed each other or something like that. But no, not really. No, like no, nobody's like, oh, how are you or how is it going? That's why I was like, I'm thinking about the kid me and like what we did as a kid.
And those are formative years that you like, your dad was gone.
Yeah. Dad missed, I think he missed like my brother's graduation because he was stationed in Korea 1 year. I think he missed it, but don't quote me because child, my memory. But like he was at mine because he was retired. So he got see he got to see my freshman and sophomore year, me playing volleyball and stuff like that. But he was retired. My brothers were older than me, so they was already graduated.
So he did get at least some experience with you as far as like his children and having those moments and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that was in high school. But I don't remember if he got to see my brothers, because I remember one year he was in Korea because we were going to go to Korea. I think he was trying to take us to Korea, but then my brothers were going to graduate. But I was like, how cool would it have been to live in Korea for 2 years? Like that'd have been so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But so I don't remember who's he missed or if he missed one. But yeah, when I moved to Kentucky, like my dad was about to retire and he wasn't doing nothing. That when you talking about a drill sergeant, he was like, come back, clean, sir. Sit down. You got other things to do. But yeah, so then when he retired, then I moved. And so then, but I didn't play sports then, but like he was at this stuff, like, prom, the high school graduation and stuff like that. So yeah.
My dad was stationed in Kentucky in Fort Knox.
Oh, yes. That's why I said my dad was too. That's why I figured, that's why I asked you, because yeah, my dad retired at Fort Knox.
Okay.
Yeah, so
my dad retired. Fort Knox was the first place that they lived coming back from like Germany. I think my dad and them lived in Paris. Kentucky. I think the last place was in Alabama.
Oh.
And then that's when he retired. He had a surgery that went bad on his feet. They mistakenly took the bones out of my dad. He took most of his toes, so he could not wear the boots anymore. So he had to do a medical discharge. That's how he got out the military.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I remember the one in Alabama. It's like, is it by Huntsville?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Arsenal. It's an arsenal. I think it's Arsenal. They make weapons. I said I should have studied military something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
My parents have friends that live there. Like
okay.
Yeah. So I know that one, and my dad was stationed. Like he done like much, like he makes the stuff, like makes the weapons, or like do something in like the arsenals are like where they make weapons. Stuff like that. So that's where my dad was stationed too. So that's only really how I know a little bit.
Your daddy was a badass. My dad was a chef.
Yeah, my dad did something like that. But I was like, dang, we could have been. Well, I don't know if I really want to be in Alabama, but it's like Huntsville, and it's like the HBCUs and stuff like that. But yeah, my dad got out. My dad, he was stationed in like California. He's from Georgia. I lived in Virginia. I lived in New York, and then Iowa, and then Kentucky.
Cool.
And then he was in Germany, Korea. He was also in Kuwait too. I remember Kuwait a little bit. I think that's when I was younger. Because I actually like he was gone because we couldn't go to Kuwait. And I remember like living with my grandma for a little bit. So that was like very interesting, living with my mom and my grandma. And
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it was like, it was kind of like a different time. But my mom stayed there because she had a lot of family there. So not that she had, but we were just around family. So yeah, my dad was like always moving. And he like retired sergeant major. So that's like 9. Wow. So yeah. So that's just that. But how do y'all feel like y'all navigate friendships like as an adult? Do y'all feel like y'all look for friends, or do y'all feel like y'all just kind of just bypass it?
I'm a horrible friend. Oh, I'm a horrible friend. When I tell you ain't gonna hear from me, baby, I mean, like, oh, I got one friend right now. She's my ace. Like, we grew up together because she actually, her dad was military as well. I forgot to mention her, but we kind of grew up together, and she's here too, and she's still my friend. So I forgot to mention her, and see, I'm saying I'm a horrible friend. So like, we can go months, almost to a year without talking to each other. But when we do come together, it's like we talked yesterday. But you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm horrible. I mean, I'm not going to remember your birthday. I'm not going to call you every day. I'm not going to want to go nowhere. Like, I mean, once in a blue moon, I come hang out. But I'm a horrible friend. Do
you live by yourself?
No. After my divorce, I moved in with my parents.
Oh, you live with your parents now?
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I love them. We got a great relationship. And I was like, I ain't screwing nobody, so I don't need no alone time. And baby, listen, I'm like, I'm happy camper. Like, I'm trying to be the most repulsive to these dudes. Like, listen, I am not the one. I hope nobody don't ever think I'm the one. And that's that. Like,
do you feel like
happy.
Oh yeah, I was like, because they talk about a little bit online, like living with your parents, stuff like that. Like, of course, you have a different situation, but I was like, you don't feel no type of way, like you just like, oh, I live with my parents, like I'm cool, I'm chilling. And I was asking that because you're like, you don't have to talk to nobody. But I was like, do you just be at the house like nobody there, like you just be
Like everybody do their own thing. Like you know what I'm saying, like my alone time. Everybody out the house when I have my alone time. You know what I'm saying, but it's like everybody just do their own thing. Like it's like cool. It's like breezy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have no issues. I mean, I'm not dating nobody. I'm not screwing nobody. I don't need nobody. I like my peace, my quiet. I'm cool.
You know your nerves. Your parents don't know your nerves.
Yeah, that they don't. They don't. I mean, like raising Robert and Iris, like because I can tell them I raise them now because they're getting older. They bad, but it's they. I can handle them though. I can handle them because they got their own room kind of thing. Like my dad got his game room. He be in most of the time. You know, my mom be in the garden. You know, so they know how to be.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to give me a garden.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a happy camper.
Okay, that's cool. What about, not that you said you were a bad friend, but I was like, but you also have your parents and like do your sisters come over a lot and stuff like that, or not really?
My oldest sister, she's in Tallahassee with her husband, and she comes down on special occasions, holidays, and things like that. My middle sister, we are not really talking too much because she's battling some things, and you know, sometimes you got to let people go.
Yeah,
can't help everybody.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation, but you know, she's out there, but she's still in the city. But yeah, I talk to my oldest sister like every day. Like she's one of my best friends. So I talk to her, if anybody, every day. It's her.
Okay. What about you? How do you look at friends?
I feel like I'm a good friend. I don't really have a big tolerance for bull crap though. So you know, breathe wrong and I might need to take a break from it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm working on it, I'm getting better at it, but I literally have my best friend where I live at right now. I got my best friend that I met when we moved in our forever home in New Orleans when I was 10. Me and her are still friends. And I got a couple friends from like middle school and high school or whatever. But my adult friendships, I don't talk to them a lot like that. Like we see each other, or like I might see somebody in passing and everything like that. But I don't know, like ever since I feel like I became a mom, my friendship dynamics have changed. Like I'm not the fun, irresponsible girl. So some of my friends don't have kids yet or anything, you know, and we're just on different waves. So, you know, I kind of just hang out with my kids are my friends at this point. I got to get out of that. I'd be excited to go to the grocery store and talk to adults. That's how it is in my life right now. Like, as introverted as I am, I've also been too close in the last few years. Like, I was a, stay-at-home mom and stuff, like after the pandemic and everything like that. So I'm excited to meet people. So it causes me to talk more than I think I've ever talked in my whole life.
Wow.
But as far as me being a friend, I will say, when I started having like kids, I only have 2 kids. When I say everybody's like, how many kids you got? I only have 2 children. But when I started having my kids, that just became like my focus. Like I had tunnel vision on just raising my children and my family. And I think that did me a disservice because now I look up at 35 and it's like, I need some friends, y'all.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, I'm figuring out and I'm finding friendships now, but I literally have like a couple best friends that I've been friends with over a decade, some change at this point.
How old are your children?
My daughter is 10, she'll be 11 this year, and my son is 7, he'll be 8.
Oh, so, okay, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay. So it's personal.
I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to put myself out there more. It's so bad. I went out with my brother and, and his friends, and I felt like the auntie. I was just like this, looking at everybody. Like, so I'm just learning. I'm trying to find out who I am at 35, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if y'all ever, decide to make your family in life and stuff, just don't lose yourself in growing your family. That's the best advice. Because I did that, and now I'm trying to like figure out what's going on. Like, I need a life outside of these kids,
Yeah, that's not really peach. But I was wondering, like, do y'all feel like y'all don't get close to people or are friends because like you're like nervous that they're gonna move or leave, or do y'all not have that fear?
I don't have a feeling. No.
I don't have that fear. I honestly have learned in life that people just they are temporary. So I think,
how did you learn
because
that?
I have like lost a lot of friendships and stuff like that, I'm just timid about getting to know people because I don't like the feeling of rejection.
Yeah.
I don't want to get cool and then ultimately like, oh, I don't like you. It's gonna hurt my feelings. I might cry.
I was gonna say, how did you know that people were temporary? Like, what taught you that?
In my 20s were like very critical as far as friendships and stuff like that. And it's just like, as I was making a lot of friends, college friends and everything like that. And for one reason or another, it just wouldn't work out. And I'm a person that like, I am attentive to people. Like if I notice you have a pretty smile, I'm going to compliment your smile, whether you're a man or a woman. And some of my friends took that back then as I was flirting with their guys or guys that they were interested in. And women have cut me off because I will look at your boyfriend or your husband and I'm not looking at him like, oh, I want him. But if I see that the man has a pretty smile, I'm going to acknowledge that you have a beautiful smile, right? I never took that as flirting, but people
do.
They insecure.
What's so funny is that I was walking before this meeting, and so I seen this couple. They were like about to go on a date night or whatever. So I was walking. The man walked past me. He smelled so good. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I was just like, dang, you smell good? But then I was like, I don't want his girl thinking that I won't.
See, that's my personality. Yeah, I'm not thinking about her and how she's going to react per se. It's just my senses. I'm like, oh my God, that smells good. And I would say, sir, you smell great. But I'm also gonna follow it up with y'all look so beautiful together. And I don't want the lady to feel uncomfortable or like I'm coming on, because that's not my personality. I'm just somebody that like, I want my lasting impression to be like, oh, that young lady was nice. Like that's just my personality. I don't know if you didn't had a bad day. So if I see you, Alicia, and we're both coming off the train or something like that, and I'm looking at you and you're not smiling, I'm be like, smile, girl, you're beautiful. That's just my personality.
Yeah.
And so it has been taken wrong, and I have lost friendships because, I have a young lady now. We fell out in our 20s. Now she's circling back because she was just like, I think I kind of overreacted back then. It was like, that ship has sailed, mama. I don't want to be around people where you feel like you got to watch a man around me because I don't even like men like that. I like the man that I married. And some days I don't like him.
Okay.
I'm not trying to push up on anybody's guy. Like that's not my personality.
Well, I don't want your man. I really just thought he smelled good, and I was like, oh, I'm so
right.
Good. And I was like, I think about that sometimes because I am like so funny, but I'm like, I'm not really flirting with them because that's not even how I even think about being with the man. Like, I do this cute, but that don't mean anything. I'm not gonna say anything. But I was like, oh, you like, I like how good. Oh, I like that. But I was like, let me not say nothing because it wasn't interracial couple. I ain't got time. Okay. But I was like, oh, he smell good or whatever. But I was like, dang. So it kind of like got me like thinking about that too when you said that as well. So I was going to say that I think that I learned about, like, it's hard for me to get closer to people, or I try to get close to people, but sometimes it doesn't always work. But I'm like, I feel like I learned that people are temporary or a little bit just because of the military, just like growing up, just like moving around, like people are temporary. hear childhood friendships, but like I don't see that. So it's just like, okay, people are temporary, or like when I moved to Atlanta, like these are just temporary friends. Like that's why I decided really not to make friends here in Louisville, because I'm like, these people are probably just gonna be temporary because I'm gonna move again. So I'm just like, am I going to talk to you in 5 years? Am I going to talk to your, like, even like your coworkers? Like, I'd be like, these people are temporary. You're only talking to them because you work with them.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think that I have to get that in my head, but which is sad because it's like, I really want friends. Like, I really want to have a community in a village. And I just feel like it's so hard to build like a community in a village.
Yeah.
And you see like how other people have it, and you're just like, well, dang, like what's wrong with me? Because like I don't have it. Because I'm like, I want friends, but like people in my age, like not a lot of my people have kids, but like they don't really like to do anything. Like I like to go and I like to be out and having fun. Some of my friends are married. None of them really have any kids, or like some are in a relationship. But it's like for like the single girls that don't like, that we're not doing anything. I'm just like, let's go out, let's have fun. Like,
yeah,
I don't really like to be cooped up in the house like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about that. You have anything to add, Rasha?
Huh?
You have anything to add?
Oh, my book came out.
Oh, no.
It's on Kindle.
Did you have anything to add about the friend?
Oh, about that. Friendship that I think friendship is like, I think that it's important to have a village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a friendship, but I think you have to find people that's like on your wavelength, like the one that I was telling you guys about before. Like we did grow up together, parents both military, and we only talk like probably like once a couple months, or months go by and we'll come, like we talked yesterday. Like you got to find people that's like okay with that, because some people aren't. Like I have friends who aren't okay with that. They're like, Rasha, you don't put in effort, and I'm like, I'm totally sorry. It's me. I mean, I know it's me. I'm sorry, and I understand. But then you got other people like my friend. She's just like doing her. We're living our own lives, but when we need each other on a real for real, we're there for each other.
Yeah.
And so you just got to find some people that's on the same wavelength. But friendship is important. I think it is.
I feel like it's hard to find the people. I think that's what's the struggle.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, as we wrap this up, I do want to say thank y'all so much for coming and chatting with me about this.
Yeah.
I think it's important. So my last thing as we kind of wrap it up is, do you think like being a military brat gave you an advantage in life, or no?
Yeah. Those college benefits helped, because I probably wouldn't have went without them.
TRICARE, VA. Love
VA.
you.
Shout out to the fact that I got FAFSA and VA. It was a lit time,
Like,
if I knew then what I knew now, I would have bought my home back in college.
Right.
I know. I'm like, honestly, VA benefits for kids. Let me get that VA benefit so I could buy me a home, no down payment or whatever it's called. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I tried to get my dad to adopt my kids so they could get some.
Okay, baby.
Y'all know we gonna work the system.
Okay, all the way.
Kids, I am weak. That is
Yeah. I was going to let my dad adopt my children.
Heck
Just
yeah.
on paper, just so
Gotta do what you gotta
I wanted to get those benefits real bad.
Right.
I am crying real bad. I never thought that far, but
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
When I had my daughter, I panicked. I said, "Well, Lord, what I'm gonna do? I'm 25, Lord. I got a little time left. I'm gonna get this." And we did it, Joe. I did it. I used to be on the side of the highway with morning sickness trying to get to class so I could get that check, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
Oh yes, because you gotta go and do it like after. I'm like, when's that check dropping, baby? Period. I was
Yes, Lord.
every month, so I do miss that. I know. You know what else I miss is like when y'all didn't have this because y'all didn't move, but when we moved, they would come and pack up the whole house. My parents were so mad because I had so much stuff. If they come and pack up your house and move it, so I didn't have to pack anything, baby. I have boxes on boxes in my parents' house. Yeah, they were
Child,
saying
I wish.
that was a perk.
Okay.
Now I'm over here like, dang, I gotta get movers, gotta get this. But yeah, they come and they pack your house up for you.
Wow.
Really cool. Mm-hmm.
But I really like my parents when I was younger, like they rented a home, like, you know, a house. But I think maybe around age 8 or 9, my parents purchased their home. So that was our house until Katrina. They still have the property and everything out there, but my mom just doesn't live there. So
is the house like? Is it like?
It got demolished. It like we had about like 19 feet of water in our home, so it was underwater. Like you could only see the roof top, like about this much of the house out the water.
That's so scary.
So yeah.
I said I moved to New Orleans. I don't know. And then also, the no tax was really great too at the coming PX. No tax. That was really that's really good.
Yeah.
So those are a few.
And to shop at the PX and get those cheap shoes.
Yes. Yes.
And when I turned 21, they gonna go get alcohol off of there too. It was lit.
Right.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Like the no tax was definitely good. Now the speed limit they needed to up it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the no tax was good on the PX, just going there and stuff like that. And that was cool. So them are kind of the perks of it. But yeah, there's pros and cons with everything. So
and the free swimming pool on the base. That was fun growing up.
Fun.
But in the hood, we didn't have a pool. So we used to have to go you know, travel. It's like it was like to live for two different worlds on some stuff. Like, you know, on base, it was like a beautiful just community, you know. Very much giving TV life, but then once you leave, going back, going back home.
Fun fact: I still use my parents to go on base, go swimming, gym, all that stuff. Like
gym, yes.
Oh my gosh, I went to the gym on base too.
Going.
And it was free. We had to pay for the classes, but baby, I missed not having no gym membership.
Okay.
He was like,
a time used to be had. It was cool.
My mom has like a Planet Fitness membership, and he wasn't trying to buy another. He's like, guess I'm going on base.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
They'll get you that free. Yes, that's free membership to show your ID and keep it moving, baby.
Right.
And then you only have to pay like $3 for like the classes if you wanted to go and stuff like that. And so that was cool. And I feel like when you were saying like the base, like it's family, but it's kind of secluded.
Yeah.
Like, work somewhere. So they would still like have family days. Like you could come, you can get some food. They play games, like they still do that stuff kind of or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it's like the families are like together, like they're friends, and it's like a whole bunch of like retired military and stuff like that. So I think that is kind of cool. So I think like kind of building your own community within that is
I love that.
I still sneak on base with my mom whenever she goes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That part.
Yes, I've been going my dad. We got a golf course. Let me go to the golf course. Right. They be having events and stuff. So I still try to go. That's why I'm trying to do the thing with my dad.
Yeah.
The military ID.
Yep.
So do that with him where we can go base to base. So yes, thank you all for joining. Now, if you have anything to share, you can share it if you want to put it out there. Yes, make sure y'all like the live if y'all are part of the rewatch crew. Let us know if you're a military child or if you know somebody that's a military child. But
and thank y'all families for their service.
Yes.
And we're praying for the families that's being sent out there.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's crazy.
Unfortunately, for no reason.
Right, that part.
Yeah, it's crazy now. So April, like I said, I might do 1 or 2 more interviews. I don't really know. But make sure y'all like this. If y'all like this, I might keep it going depending on how many people I can get because interviews are hard. But thank you to my guests for coming, and y'all can share anything that y'all have going on that y'all want to let the people know about.
I love everybody. Thank you.
You said your book.
Oh yeah, my book. Yeah, I did come out with a book. My memoir. So that's out on Amazon Kindle, and check out my store, my business.
What's the name?
Officialauthentic.com. That's my clothing brand.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying?
What's the memoir called?
I'm doing things.
What's the memoir called?
40 Years Untouched.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about writing
a memoir. Go read it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking about writing a memoir, but I don't know if anybody's gonna read it. I feel like I gotta be a little older for my memoir. But I thought
you can start it.
Yeah, you can start it.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I
And
think
if you feel like your story isn't finished yet, write it until it's finished. But
Yep.
start documenting if you really want to,
Yep. Because when I
look
get
back
older, I'm
over
gonna do a part 2.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say a title now, but yeah, I thought about documenting my experience of like growing up in the military. So
Mhm.
if it goes good. So well that's why, but I'm like, I don't know, but I'm still debating on this one. Thank you so much for joining, Kiwan. Everybody go check out her channel. She does TV reviews.
Yeah.
Yes, we go live all the time. She reviews all the shows, child. So go check
Ooh.
out her channel.
Yes.
She
And
reviews
we also have a segment called Healing Out Loud on Kiwan's channel.
Oh, heck yeah.
yes.
So we're working. We took the break off for April because it's been kind of hectic with everything going on. But we'll be dropping. We gotta announce our date and everything like that. But we'll be dropping a video in May.
in
Heck
May.
yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be based off of like what that song said, because we listen to a lot of different music growing up.
Uh-huh.
And I think we jammed at a lot of music and not realize that we listened to a lot of toxicity growing up.
Ah, sure did.
So we're going to be breaking down certain songs from like blues, R&B, and things like that. So I hope y'all check it out and enjoy.
Yes.
And also, I just started my candle business. I'm officially licensed through the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
And it's High Vibe Candles. I'll be dropping my website and everything. I'm working on that now. Unfortunately, my laptop broke this week, but I'll be back. But yeah, High Vibes Candles. And if you do want to order anything right now, I have my Happiness Candle, which is a lush and pineapple scented candle. I have a Confidence Candle, which is bergamot, lavender, and vanilla. And I also have a stress-free candle, which is the mindfulness candle. It's eucalyptus, stress relief, and like a fresh linen. So it gives the scent of like a saged fresh home, basically.
Yeah.
But they're intentional candles. And I was working on that at the time when me and my husband were separated. It's, became my passion project that I have turned into hopefully a lucrative business one day. So
it will be.
I hope y'all support it and be on the lookout. I got a lot more stuff coming. So
heck yeah.
Yes, I love that. Well, let me go ahead and shout out what I do. I'm just
yes.
But yes, if you have watched this is Alicia. This is sponsored by Alicia's Lounge, just a space where you can come and talk about different things. But I am a podcaster, and so I have 2 podcasts. Millennial Thoughts is a podcast for all things adulting. We are working on a new season talking about real estate and wellness. So we're talking about navigating the buying your house process and the wellness of like your environment of where you live at. So you could check that out. It's on YouTube and on any platform that you're listening to. Black Girls Den is another podcast that I do that these lovely ladies know about as well. But in May, we are going to be talking about the Black moms tropes through media. Mother's Day, we're going to do so I do something called Main Character Monday. So we're going to be talking about, it's the last Monday in the month. I think no, actually it's May 18th because the last Monday is Memorial Day. But we are going to be talking about good times, and we're going to be discussing about how Florida Evans versus Willona and how Black moms are portrayed in TV shows. So if you want to learn about that and you want to talk about that, come to Black Girls Den.
I'm coming to watch because I have I have a good theory about Florida Evans.
Oh, you
Florida
do?
Evans was the real villain in that show, but
yes, she is. Yes, that's our perspective too. That's our perspective.
Florida she was the villain. She kept her family in solitude in that project, and they had ample of times to get up out their situation, and she stopped it under the guise of religion. And but that's a whole nother conversation. Don't get me started.
But yes, we're gonna have a therapist on there. We're looking for some moms. So if some moms want to come on, if you're out there, let me know. So we do that, and Black Girls Den podcast comes out every week. We are going to be celebrating our 70th episode next week.
Yay!
Wow!
Yes, come and
congratulations!
Thank you so much. Come and join us as we chat about that. All things Black women in media. That's what we do on that channel. this channel is for everybody, but that one's, for Black girls. Okay. So
Yeah.
thank y'all so much for watching, and see you all next time whenever we go live.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
In the stream.